Hi, Cheryl. Thank you. Hi, Terry. Thank you. What do you guys want to do tonight? I was thinking I could talk about feng shui. No, I can do readings. I have all my decks by my side tonight. Thank you, Terry. And Cheryl, thank you. I'm like, y'all did it simultaneously here. I'm like hitting your thumb, Terry, and hitting Cheryl's heart. All right. Hey, Evacious, thank you. So you're here early, Evacious, so you can get on in on it. And I'm sorry if my private reading prices are out out in space, but no, they're pretty reasonable. I mean, you should see some people's private reading prices. So who's here first? Oh, Terry. Well, that's a race. You tied. So I'm just gonna do, I don't know, my room is so hot tonight, you guys. My AC is dripping and it's not getting as cold as it was. My little window units. I'm hot. I might have to go to a hotel. Oh no, I totally forgot about the private reading. My life has been a whirlwind lately. Okay, well that's okay, but if you still want one, you certainly can you know, follow through. I just wanted to say, like, here's some of my options, Evacious, and anybody listening. Oh, thank you. So you're in Canada? Um, so obviously tonight we are here and you are making a nice donation. Thank you so much. And then there's several ways to get discounted readings. I guess the cheapest way is to come see me live, and then if you want a monthly reading every month, a guaranteed reading every month, you can become a member at whatever level you choose. The very top Platinum Pixie level is a really great bargain. You get a 25-minute reading for $25 and plus charms. So that's like $1 a minute, and usually I charge, around $2 a minute. So that's like having a half price deal every month. And then also, yeah, so that's one way. There's lots of ways. And also, occasionally on my lives, I do freebies. And really, if you like are totally in need of, question, I don't know. My speaking is I'm having trouble speaking tonight. Yay! It's my anniversary. um, so yes, if anybody really needs a reading, like they're desperate and they just are too broke, I get it. I get you. I get you. I want to help you, but anyway, so there it is. Hey, Natalie, thank you. Pumpkin's here. Yay, pumpkin. All right, so let's go ahead and get busy. We're gonna go ahead and start with Terry. But the good news is somebody's coming out on Friday to look at it. Don't know it'll be fixed on Friday, but they're coming out on Friday, so that's good news. Mercury's going direct in another week. So like a week from tomorrow, Mercury will be direct. So that's also a relief, right? And the temperature should be cooling down again, we're getting closer to that should be happening by natural law. So anyway, I still feel optimistic, even though I feel very hot right now. Okay. Okay, let's. Yes, I prompted you last week to what kind of question were we going to ask this week. So, how will you know about this gift that's coming through? Yes. Thank you. So I have cherries tonight. Thank you. My daughter gave me this set. The Mercury retrograde and the supermoon have been, I know, the combination of the two. I one or the other can be very challenging on their own, but I noticed for me, full moons with a Mercury combination can be quite tricky. But so far, so good. This week's been okay. Like, thank God. Like, just everything's been going smoothly except for the AC being, what it is, and me being hot. Otherwise, and I feel like that's a minor thing, it's uncomfortable, but it's minor. Thank you so much, Amira. Glad you're here. Oh, that's two fives. Two, 5 plus 5 equals 10. Oh my gosh. Amira, I can add. Okay. Only 2 spots left. And then we'll close the night. Whew. Okay. Here we go. So, how will you, Terry, will you recognize this gift coming through? Is it going to be very obvious? Is it going to be something that you have to put a little effort into to figure out? Hey, Corson, how are you? I was about to call you Corazon instead of Corson. Thank you for your cute little sticker. And today it's official. I've been on YouTube for 6 years. You know what? I should tell you just a little story about it, I guess. And the funny thing is, if you guys watch all my different twin flame readings on my channel anniversary, thank you, Linglicious. Yes, you can have the 6 spots. Yay, Linglicious. So, so the story goes. The story goes. Okay, so what was I saying? Um, the very last spot. Okay. Um, I think it was one of those readings. I decided to explain the story of how I made my YouTube channel, and I just did it all in the intro, and then looking at it I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so long-winded. There's several videos out there where my intro is so long, and even before, well, we've always had timestamps since the beginning of my time. There's always been timestamps, but we didn't always have the chapter version of that where you just click on the chapter. Still, timestamps is the same thing. It's easy, whatever. So thankfully, people had timestamps. They could skip past that long introduction. Goodness gracious! But sometimes I'm a rambler. Anyway, and speaking of timestamps, that very first reading, I'll never forget it. I was very slow. I mean, slow in speaking and slow in reading the cards. And I remember in the comments, people said different things. And this one lady was saying, pretty good for a newbie or something like that. And I'm like, okay. And then somebody else put some timestamps, and I was affronted. I was so appalled. I was like, what? Like, isn't that funny that I interpreted as somebody was trying to show me that they had better timestamps than me? But no, I later found that it's a common custom for the community out there to post timestamps to help others. And sometimes I've noticed over the years, somebody becomes the official timestamp person, just post all the timestamps for. And so 6 years, Natalie. Well, more than 6 years, but 6 years on YouTube. And so everything, like, I'm such a little like delicate person. I don't know. Like I've always been that way since I'm little, but I should really consider the fact that people may actually have something nice to say and it's not a criticism. You know, it's not necessarily a criticism or it's not necessarily a bad thing. Why did I interpret it that way? I'm so delicate. Okay. But that's how I interpret it. Somebody put some timestamps and I was like, ah, my timestamps are perfect. I know they are. My Virgo moon. And, you know, because I was really proud of my very first reading, and I could, you know, wanted to make sure that I did everything right and I didn't look like a newbie. So, of course, somebody calls me a newbie, and then somebody says, you know, post the timestamps. But they were just being helpful. And then another person, I didn't know anything about what the heck, what is ASMR? What is this? And somebody said, "You're so ASMR. I don't think I like it. I don't know if I want to watch you anymore." I'm like, okay. So then I had to look up what ASMR is. I'm like, oh, all right. I know what that is now. I've been hearing a lot about that when it was kind of a new word, that people were talking about, or new abbreviation. I don't even know what it stands for. Somebody tell me. But I thought, well, that's not such a bad thing. I didn't play up on the ASMR, which I probably should have. I probably should have hashtagged ASMR every time or made my name ASMR Fairy or something like that. But back in those days, it's like stock, like I should have put stock behind the thing that was popular in those days. But the one thing that was popular was Twin Flames. And it's still, I think, still relevant. People still talk about it, although it's a little bit different now. It doesn't feel quite as the frenzy as it did a couple years ago. But anyway. Oh, you have a Virgo moon too, Natalie. All right. So that's a little ramble that I just felt like to get out. But that first reading was when I look back at it, I haven't this year yet. I haven't looked at that one. I looked at year 4, I think, to get a little because year 4 was a little bit more, or 5, was it last year? Maybe it was last year's reading that I looked at. And oh yeah, it was last year's. Just to kind of remind myself what I did and what was the format. And I was like, okay, that was pretty good. The very first reading I did, I was like a pyramid. I had so few cards, I had so little decks. I had one tarot deck, and then I had like the romance angels, and that was it. Like I had one tarot deck and one oracle deck, and that was pretty much it. So it's kind of funny how far I have now, like maybe 200 tarot and oracle decks combined, something like that. It's crazy. All right. Okay, and this year the only thing I bought this year is the Seasons of the Witch, and I can't think if I bought anything else. But I promised myself not to go too crazy this year. Last year I had sort of challenge to get metallic edge decks because I was doing these daily dusts and I just wanted a pretty deck that every day with metallic edging, and that was fun. I enjoyed making that collection. This year my challenge to myself is put money into my own decks. And speaking of that, real quick, Terry, please indulge me, but if you didn't see the Twin Flame pick a card, watch it anyway, even if you're not into Twin Flames or anything. Just watch it because it's good vibes. But here are some of the images that I'm making for my upcoming deck. So here's some Lenormand. This is going to be coming very soon. The Prince. And if you want to see more of them, you can look at my Patreon page. I have the letter. And here's the prince and the princess. So they're like in the same forest. And this is when they meet. And so basically the Lenormand is a story about me, Cherry Enchantress, or my fictional character that it's not really that, sort of based on some truth. And it's a mix of fiction and truth. And it's about me as Cherry Enchantress. And so the prince and the fairy meet, and then Cherry Enchantress is born. I don't think I have a Cherry Enchantress card to show you printed out. But I have a few others. So I have the star and the book and the cross, which is like coexist instead, the ring, the lilies, the key. I was big into making people and copying certain people, and I mean drawing certain people like in my family, and then like just random, I don't know, just random people that I found on the internet that were good looking. And oh, and the letter, that's my daughter, the letter. And then I have a few major arcana cards that I've done for my upcoming tarot. So one of the things that I asked you guys as a community to help me with is help me save up money to get an iPad and the ability to get Procreate so I can do digital drawings. And that is something I actually did this year. And I've really upgraded my drawing process, and it's gotten a lot faster and a lot I don't know, a lot more realistic, and also the ability to print it is a lot better. I used to be, I haven't done it in a while, but I used to be mostly pencil color portrait artist, and the pencil color is beautiful in person, you know, but translated onto the computer, it just looks kind of grainy, and anytime I try to print it out, it didn't capture the true feeling of the image. So and since I wanted to make decks and collect, you know, a collection of drawings and things in that way, I wanted to go digital. And it's not like I'm going to be exclusively digital, but it seems that way so right now. Anyway, I'm enjoying it a lot. So here's some tarot images. So we have the lovers. The actual drawing is not quite as orange, so it could be the printing of that looks a little orangey, or the lighting tonight. And then Justice Fairy, and thank you, Terry, and the sun. So yeah, that's very orangey compared to what it actually looks like. So if you want to see better let me see if I can just change it to no filter, if that helps, maybe. That's a little more accurate right there, maybe. Maybe not. Pop. That's a little bit too much. Blush. Beam. Beam is a little closer. Anyway, something like that. So yeah. So those are some little samples, and if you want to see more, you can follow me on Instagram. A lot of times I post it on Instagram, but I definitely always post them on my Patreon page, and if you want to support me there, that's great. If you want to just support me here and become a member, that would be great as well. Both or either or, it doesn't matter, and neither is also fine because just you being in my life. Thank you, Divine Goddess. How are you? um, so just being in my life has changed my life. This community, my sparkles of light, and I want to thank you so very much. Sorry, I already finished the list now. Anyway, you can be on the list. Of course you can, Divine Goddess. In fact, you should be on the list without, but after you were closed, okay? All right. So now we're going to get back to Terry. So Divine Goddess, it is my channel anniversary tonight. I am 6 years old. All right, so let's figure out about this gift. How will you recognize what it is? And oh my gosh, Poe, do you want to go out? You do? Well, okay. Did you know that I was live? Did you know it was going to be live before you decided to go out? Come here. Come here. Come here. All right, wait. You can go. I'll let you out, but you have to say hi to everybody. Here's my big polecat. He's my poping. He's my He's my panda. Okay. All right, Poe. I'm gonna go take Poe out, and I'll be right back. All right, here we go. Back in the saddle. Okay. Sorry for the shaking. So Terry, I think I'm gonna use a deck that I rarely use. YouTube likes to slap my hand when I use this deck, but I don't care. It is the Flush Tarot, and by the way, this is like art, fine art. It's not lewd. It's not gross. It's not, you know, people in doing weird stuff and that are not supposed to. It's just the human form. That's all. It's the way it's meant to be. The way it's natural. But, all right. So there's naked people in this deck for Terry. Let's see if this deck can help us understand what that gift's going to be about, or how you recognize it. Anything that spirit can clue us in on it. Kind of like, this is like a little, like a mystery, like Terry's story is this a mystery, and we find out a little bit more clues every week. So in Terry's mysterious gift, episode 3, let's find out how Terry recognizes this gift. Ooh. Starts off with the 3 of Cups. Party, celebration, friends, co-workers. It could be when you are out dining, like eating out, or out drinking with friends, happy hour, something like that. I don't know if you do that kind of thing. I rarely did, but I did sometimes. Okay. But whatever it is, it seems like it's gonna be okay. Let's see if it's gonna be obvious. Will you recognize this? Okay. Okay, we have the 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords represents being in your head and going back and forth and back and forth. And so you may not see it right away if you're in your head. let's see what else. And these guys came out. And you have the Four of Cups. Yes. And you have the Three of Discs. So interesting, Three of Cups and Three of Pentacles. So, this is to me is very key, because the Four of Cups represents the somebody handing something to you and you're not noticing it. And so in this case, I guess the guy represents you and the girl represents the delivery person, whoever this is, whether it's your person, a person in, like a person in your life, or just the way it comes to you. But not gonna notice that first, because it'll be on a day too where you're maybe even down in the dumps a little bit, or not really down in the dumps. This Four of Cups is mostly about boredom and being unenthusiastic about things and not really feeling all that excited. Or so it's funny. I'm getting, like, you know what I'm getting? You know, when Publishers Clearinghouse, when the person comes, knocks at their door, and you know, most of the time, like, okay, so maybe it's a little bit staged or set up, but when it's in real surprise, somebody's just kind of like bored or doing the same old routine or nothing really exciting, and then the surprise is quite shocking. But I don't think I see the big surprise yet. I see something that it seems like you would know, but for some reason you're not noticing it. Because the Three of Discs it's your creation. You made it. It could be something that you forgot about, that you like a resume that you handed in to somebody, or a design of something, some kind of creation that you made, and now, like, you're getting something from that, like you're getting a return from that somehow, like a financial return or some kind of recognition or attention from it. um but it's not, it's something that I feel like you've either already made or you're about to make. You've been working on something, and somebody's recognizes it. Somebody else is recognizing your work, and you don't see that this person, or that you don't see yet that it's going to get the attention. Something like this. Okay. I'm digging. I'm like trying to peel away the layers here. Let me see. All right. We have the Knight of Pentacles, this, and we have the Fool. Very good. Okay, so the Knight represents the action, somebody doing some kind of action, and with this, which is money. So somebody handing you money. Okay, so the thing that the gift is, and this has been coming out in the readings, like it's a gift and associated with a man somehow. So I feel like somebody's coming to give you money. Okay, it's Publishers Clearinghouse. I don't know. Somebody's coming to give you some money, and but it's not a winning. It's not. I don't think it's a lottery. I think it is earned. Like you earned it by a creation or something that you did. So it's money that you earned. So the reading starts off at a celebration. So maybe you were among friends when this idea first formulated, and the things that you were doing. It could be something like, brainstorming and deciding what you're gonna do, and then implementing things, not knowing that people really were paying attention and being, thinking supportively. And yes, Divine Goddess, thank you. Definitely check out my twin flame messages, you guys, even if you're not twin flames, because they're just real uplifting, I think. And by the way, uh, it covers other relationships other than twin flames. So high level soulmates and other relationships do come out in those readings, by the way. Okay, so I digress. So let me see. I promised that I was only going to use my decks tonight. I feel like I need a better. I I'm gonna have to use the Kipper and the Lenormands. I just got to. I'm gonna have to make a Kipper and Lenormand, you guys. After creating my Lettermans, I was about to go straight to making a Kipper deck, but instead started on my tarot. I don't know if I'm very good at working on multiple things at the same time. I kind of like to. I'm the kind of person that likes to see one thing through at a time, but I don't know. Maybe if I, as I work on my, as I work on my tarot, I can turn some parts of those drawings into Kipper deck and Kipper moments. You know, Kipper is a little bit different. I like it because it's more about like the homey things. All right, speaking of Kipper, let's use it. So what are we now thinking about? So we have a messenger. So you're not going to notice. It is going to be a bit of surprise, but you did put work and effort into what it is that you're doing, the gift that you're receiving. So it's not like a lottery gift necessarily, but it could be a little bit because it starts off with a celebration. So it could be like going to a place where you could win something, but also the pentacles, well, also represent money, but also represent a creative effort and a person who's, oh yeah, and I didn't talk about the Fool. The Fool is a leap of faith, the journey. It's funny because the Fool is underneath the Four of Cups, and I feel like a lot of times the Fool, some decks interpret the Fool as an actual fool, like feeling foolish, like when we're acting all childlike and innocent and playful and silly as adults. Some people may look at us like we're being foolish. That's why I relate to the Fool so much, because I see the Fool as the learner, the beginner. The Fool is a childlike kind of exuberance and seeing the world with wide eyes and excitement, and sometimes a little naive. I don't see Terry you as naive at all, but if you sometimes fall into more of that child category, then, or I mean, you don't really, but if you dip into those characteristics or those energies, then that could be a key to getting you closer. Instead of ho hum, bored, not a lot to do. Kids do get bored for sure, but most kids are pretty, like, when they're bored, they try to find something to do. They find some way to entertain themselves or something to do. Or they whine and complain about being bored. But most of the time, if they're bored, they'll start being creative. They'll make bracelets or something. They just do something. And that could be that starts this whole process. Okay, let's see. Let's see what the Kipper can tell us more about this. Anything else that we need to know, or that we could, any other clues about how Terry will recognize it? I mean, Spirit could say, well, if it's a surprise, we don't want to give away the surprise, but Yes, a mature man. He's worldly. He's connected to the world, maybe connected to the World Wide Web. So that's one thing that you'll recognize this gift coming in when a significant mature man comes into your life. Let's see if this guy is going to be a romantic interest or not. I know. Or if he's just purely business. Or if this is, Ed McMahon or something. Okay, the family room. It feels like we're playing Clue now. So, mature man in the family room with the globe and the books. I don't know. uh, it's the sofa. No, the teapot. That's not a murder. It's the gift. Where is this gift? How does the gift come into the family room? Is the mature man invited? So it feels sort of personal, right? As soon as I said that, all the cards flew and then this one came out. So your gift is unexpected income. But look, I think it has something to do with the work that you might have already done that you didn't realize anybody noticed. Something of that sort. Okay, I gotta scoot this down because sorry you guys. Yay. So yeah, all the cards went flying all at once, but it's like some kind of really exciting energy here. And also I'm getting the fact that there's a bit of resistance to tell you too much. But let me see if I can get anything else, any other clues on the situation. Oh my gosh. We already have work, but the other work card keeps wanting to come out. And maybe it's a change of jobs. Um, something, so, okay. I'm just going to take it. I don't know exactly what it means, but it could be a promotion, like a job that you don't like to a job that you do like. Or the job, the 9 to 5 grind, but the occupation is more like a hobby that you enjoy. And that hobby gets attention over your 9 to 5 job. Something like that. Something related to the work, because we got work coming out. Even though those naked ladies don't look like they're working, that represents creativity. 3 of this. So work, work, work. So it's work related. And a mature man is handing you some money and you're like, what? Really? For that? What? Something like that, okay? So that's all I can really tell you on that, I think. Let me see if Spirit has a special message. I think I'm gonna go get... Oh, you know what? It's blue, we're still in blue moon energy, and I'm going to get out the Moonology Oracle. Where's my Moonology? Okay. Poe wants me to put him, and I see, like, he tricked me. I was gonna let him go outside, and then he leads me to his food. And then I'm like, dude, you got food right there. What do you want me to do with your food? And he wanted me to make him a fancy style where I pour his food in a plate and then drizzle water over it, because that is the way he likes it. So I did that, and now he wants me to take him out. So I'll be right back. Come on. Well, he didn't want to go outside. So, all right, let's get this a final message for you, Terry. Okay, let's take this one, I guess. What do you need to release? Oh, I think Spirit wants you to clear some space for something that's moving in. And then I have a second message saying, you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. Oh. So, waning moon. So I feel like, by the way, the blue moon is happening right now, and it's believe in the impossible. And it's exactly what the saying goes. Only happens once in a blue moon. So you guys really manifest your desires during this energy. The moon, full moon energy is vibrant 3 days before and 3 days after a full moon, but basically we're in a waning moon. We're about to be in a waning moon. So this waning energy could be very good for you too. Something that you have to release now. Let me find it. Waning moon, waning moon, do 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 do. So, the waning moon points to what's falling away. Life goes in cycles, and sometimes we need downtime or to let go. No matter when in the moon cycle you pull this card, it's a sign that a situation has peaked, for better or worse, and it's time for you to go easier. It's the autumn winter of the cycle. So, what do you need to release? Almost certainly something from the situation you're asking about. This card can be very positive, but it can be gently suggesting you let something go and stop trying so hard. So, my advice, Terry, is let this be the last question on the gift. And then let the surprise happen naturally, because Spirit doesn't want to give away too much so that the joy of the moment isn't the same, you know? Because part of the excitement is the joy of the moment. Now, the good news about knowing that this is coming is that you can have like a lighter step, skip to your step. In other words, this feeling of knowing that everything's going to be okay and that something good is coming around the bend can make you be more lighthearted, kind of like the Fool. And then acting as if this is coming around the bend because you know something's good's coming around the bend will help attract it come around the bend faster. And so it's all kind of connected like that. But if it goes too far, like the message goes too far to telling you too specifically what's about to happen and when and everything, then you will your expectations rise, and then you might accidentally sabotage yourself because of your expectations. So I feel like Spirit's trying to say there's a fine line, a delicate balance that we have here, and let go of your need to know how right now any more than what you already know, because there's a special way that this is going to happen for you, and we want you to be excited. We want to see the smile on your face. We want to see the excitement happen when it happens. I feel like something like that. But they also want to reassure you, because you may, in the upcoming days or weeks, there could be things that make you think, yeah, Cherry was just pulling my leg. I don't see anything exciting happening, no changes, nothing looks like, you know, and actually things may actually be getting harder or whatever. And so the new moon in Cancer is kind of like Spirit's way of assuring you that even when there's seemingly things don't look good, they are getting better, like behind the scenes. So it's kind of confusing, but it is true, and Spirit's actually helping you. So, and protecting you and your family, anybody in your vicinity, There's a new start coming in your private life. Something is rising up in connection with the people and places you hold dearest. This can be to do with a member of your family, a flatmate, or a moving house. If you're hoping to move forwards with something special in your private life, this card comes to you as a message that you can do it. If you've been neglecting your family, it's time to reconnect with them. If you've been neglecting yourself, you need to take better care of yourself and nurture yourself more. If your insecurity is holding you back, that's something for you to work on now. And doing so could bring you your heart's desire. But also, what I said too, the full moon in Cancer feels sort of emotional. So sometimes emotions can come up, but also part of emotions are happiness. So happy feelings can come as well. And whatever happens next will be in your favor. That's the guarantee with this card coming out. You were protected, you're watched over, like a mother moon. The mother moon is watching over you, and it's especially positive for family members. So, and we had the family room. Huh. Okay, very good. So maybe it's somebody in your family winning something, and you're going to get trickle down effect from it or something too. Interesting. Okay. But that's that's closes the chapter of this mystery until it actually happens, and then you have to let us know. I was just thinking about Rainbow, and she must be on vacation with her hubby. It is very interesting. Very interesting, Sherlock. Okay. Next we have Cheryl. Cheryl is like the most generous person that I know. I mean, next to Terry and all the rest of you, but you guys are just incredibly generous. I thank you so much for your generosity. I will let you know. Thank you. I will let you all know if I win. Yeah. If you win something, if you figure it out, if it has something to do with family, if it has to do with the mature man. I met the mature man today, Cherry. That'd be fun. Hi. I know it's funny, a little slip there, but I think that's a good sign, Terry. Instead of saying when, you said when. It's good. That's good. I like it. Keep keep with that vibe, because that is how you win. You keep with that vibe. So Cheryl says, I've been getting out a little more, yay, lately. I'm just hoping I will meet someone. Any love clues? Oh, you came to the right place. Tonight, you know me, and I have mostly love decks. And so, let's see. Where is it? What did I do with it? Oh, I took it to the living room. Because actually, um, my Enchanted Romance deck, the most recent one that I designed, I think it's really pretty, and I'm really proud of it. And I sent it up to Make Playing Cards again, and they asked me to work on the box a little bit more. This just need a little more fine tuning. So I did that, and I sent it back to them, hoping now that everything is the way they want it, so anybody can buy that. Hello, KK Sjad. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I'll call you KK. The list is closed, but I'll be right back. Okay, so Enchanted Romance. So we'll see what's coming up in love for you. Any romance? Any meeting anyone? Look what we have at the bottom of the deck. We have the Two of Cups. So that's a good sign already. Oh, and the Three of Cups popped out. And the Lovers. Let me make sure. How did that happen? Okay. Interesting. And I just ordered my most recent version of the Sentimental Silhouette, so I can't wait till it gets here. Ooh, it starts off with the world. The world is your oyster. This kind of also feels like astrology to me. And using like your abilities, your tools to... Oh, it's not the world, it's the wheel. Ooh, luck. Good luck is coming to you. Maybe you'll be lucky in love. So this artwork is called Isabella and the Pot of Basil. Oh no, that was the old artwork, Isabella and the Pot of Basil. This one is different. This one's cool because it's kind of has an astrological feeling to it. So it's like she's kind of mapping out her astrology or her course. She's mapping out her course, but it does feel like um, that no matter what happens, there is good luck coming on in the way, and also a positive news cycle, and um, karmic rewards, and destiny, and change, and beginnings. But neither beginnings nor ends in a way, because it's like a loop that never ends. And it's got Jupiter qualities to it, so that's lucky. Let's see what else. All right. This comes out a lot for you. This is Seven of Cups, so you're going to have lots of choices, which is a good thing, I think. Like, you may have multiple people approach you. You may have a few dates lined up. Yeah, I feel like you're going to have some interesting choices. You're going to get so lucky that a lucky in love, a lucky phase where multiple people become interested in you. And you have the Seven of Pentacles. And I kind of feel like this is your mother quality, things between you and Nikki, and how your mother's stuff, the stuff of being a mom is going to improve. There's going to be growth in that situation, and ease that you didn't have before. So little bit of a nod from Spirit saying things are going to get easier there. And also, yeah, it could be somewhat related to your love life as well. And I feel like whoever comes next in love could be somebody that actually Nikki approves of as well, which makes the situation so much easier, right? Because that's always a sensitive issue, right? If our kids like our people. I have trouble with that myself. Like there's no person in my life because my kids don't like anybody that I've in my life, basically. They just don't like any of the people that I've ever hung out with. So it's tricky. It's tricky. Okay, and then here he is. Here he comes. Here comes King of Swords. So this is an intelligent guy. Could be an air sign. So he is very charming, witty, probably funny, good looking. You're probably into brunettes just like me, but I think he might be a little fair haired, fair, maybe blue eyes, some kind of something fair about him, either his hair, his eyes, or his skin color. Um, feel like he's gonna have a good job for sure. He's high level because he's a king, and he's all about authority, control. He could be a bit of a genius. He's a good expert and intelligent, firm, fair judge. He's got high standards. He's very moral, very calm. Could be powerful, in fact. He's very truthful and decisive, and he has a good clarity of purpose and realistic and an impeccable character. Sounds exciting, but it may be exciting. You just never know. Somebody that you can trust what they say, and they'll do, their actions match their words. So let's see. Anything else? Okay. You have also, here's one of your other choices. So the Hermit is Virgo. And Virgo is, that's a very good choice for you. Virgos and Taurus get along great. Also, Hermit is a little bit higher than a King. Major Arcana is ranks a little bit higher. It could be that this person is a little more shy than the King of Swords, but if they're one and the same, Hermit and the King of, like, say the King of Swords was a Gemini, they both are ruled by the planet Mercury, which is a communications planet. So it could be that this person coming through is a very good communicator. But the Hermit represents a little bit more withdrawn, a little shyer energy, but also an impeccable character as well. Yes. Let's tell you more about this person. So, he's all about introspection and seeking solitude, but this could be a teacher. It could be a friend that turns into something more. This could be some kind of spiritual guide that you meet, somebody who helps you in a spiritual sense. It's about quiet contemplation. It could be very spiritual. This person that you connect with, you may connect with them in a more spiritual way than the King of Swords, which may be more of intellectual and playful, like a funny and witty way. The Hermit, it has a deeper understanding of things. And then finally, you two got the Fool. That's so funny. So I feel like since you and Terry had the Fool come out, it feels like a collective message to me. The Fool represents adventure, beginnings, taking chances, leaps of faith, being brave, being intuitive, using your intuition, and then taking a chance on whatever your intuition tells you. The possibilities are limitless. And fortune favors the innocent. So the decisions that you make, if it comes from your pure heart, I know, if it comes from a pure heart, I think you're headed in the right direction. It's definitely possibly a new path, a new journey. So let's get some more information about this person or persons. Let's see, is it more than one person or is it just one person? Let me see if multiple cards come out. Well, let's see. I think it's cool that you both ended on the Fool, which means it's not the end, it's the beginning again. And also, I'm getting the feeling like collectively, everybody needs to be more playful and fun and just. I said that the last time, didn't I? But also, Mercury's going direct, and so that could be another thing that's helping everybody too for a new phase. Okay, you're gonna have a change in your life. That's good. It's a positive change. The car and the apartment and ooh, and there's this man. Okay. What? Marriage and child. Interesting. So that again, I'm feeling like Nikki will approve. This is like you could be meeting somebody you like enough that you know how they always say bring her home to mama. It's just kind of it's like bring him home to Nikki, you know, sort of kind of thing. You know, like you could this is the kind of guy you could bring home to him and you could tell that he would really like him, that they would really like each other. Kind of feels like that to me. And it could turn into something long term. Let me see. I opened this deck and look, the proposal card was at the bottom. And you guys, can you believe this? I pulled out all of my decks for the Twin Flame reading and I forgot my Romantic Fairy deck. So anybody wants a free Romantic Fairy reading, just ask me and I'll do like, you know, I'll do I'm thinking when I can get some AC and I'm not sweating every second of the day, I'm gonna like, you know, doll myself up again and do like little shorts all week. That was what I wanted to do before the anniversary, but I could do it after. It's like anyway, I can do these things anytime I want to do them. Sometimes I just have these like special timing in my mind and then spirit's like, oh no, we're gonna let you sweat this week instead. Like, okay, thanks, Spirit. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right. Let's see what's coming next in your love life. Oh, burning desire. So we'll just keep that part to ourselves. That's just between you and this guy who's very hot, very sexy, and then it's like sexy by night and like perfect gentleman in the daytime, like you would never guess. By day, he's like the perfect yeah, just the perfect gentleman, the kind of person you'd bring home to mama. And by night, it's bow chicka bow wow. Oh, believe me, my son knows people's energy. It's unbelievable. Yeah, okay, good. And, you know, I know ultimately he wants you happy too. Okay. So we have workplace romance. Now, I don't like to read into this too much. It doesn't have to be somebody at your job or at a place where you work out, like the gym. But I feel like what it is that the thing between you two, you have a lot in common. And I feel like maybe one of the things in common could be that, you know, you have shared values, especially, and maybe you know, you both definitely have like, you both could have shared energy when it has to do with autism and things, you know, things that are important to you like that. Like you may both have those kinds of values, you know, the causes, your causes, the common causes, what this is about. So common cause connection. So something that you both have been working on or work towards, whatever, you both are on the same page with this, and that could be what brings you together. And it's like you meet this person and he's like, isn't that ironic that I do blah blah blah, I wrote a book, and or something like that, and you're like, yeah, I did too. And then you compare ideas because like he is an intellectual person. Maybe he's got a Virgo moon. I don't know. Maybe he's a Virgo with a rising sign. I don't know. But it could be one and the same, or it could be two choices that you have. But anyway, there is definitely this intelligence factor that gets you going initially. And then you find out all these things that you have in common. And then you're like, oh, well, um, we should collaborate on something or whatever, you know? Yeah. And maybe he has a kid and he's like, I want you to meet my kid. And you get along with his kid, or maybe vice versa, or maybe both of you. I don't know. It's just like there's a lot. I feel just like you're gonna have a lot in common, and it's gonna be easy because you know where each other are coming from. He probably has the same challenges as you do. Like people don't really understand how challenging it could be to raise an autistic child or something like that. So I hope that's not too much information. I think everybody in the channel knows about Nikki and your books and stuff. But anyway, but you get what I'm saying. Okay. All right. All right. So sounds good to me. It sounds good to me to meet somebody that you vibe with and that understands you. It's more, it's even better when you're with somebody. There's plenty of beautiful people who are compassionate and understanding, but when you're with somebody who's not just compassionate and understanding but has lived the same things that you lived, that's a step beyond, right? So that makes it way easier. Okay. Okay, well, I think that kind of clarifies it. Anything else you want me to throw in there? Oh, hi, would you like let's get a moon message. Okay. Ooh. We have step out of your comfort zone, North Node. So your North Node may or may not be something that you have to step out of your comfort zone. Like my son, he's a Gemini. His son is my son's sun sign. My son's sign is in Gemini. His son, his son is in Gemini. I feel like I just drank some champagne. Okay. His sun is Gemini. But his North Node is also Gemini. So, like a person that has that kind of scenario is not necessarily going out of their comfort zone. They just have to be themselves. But let's say you are a Taurus. I don't know what your North Node is. You can tell me if you want, if you know it. But let's say it is Scorpio or something like that. Scorpio is the opposite of Taurus. So that'd be really trying something different. If you were, that would be like leaning into your sexuality or something like that. If your North Node was in Scorpio. Or for me, for example, I happen to be Sun sign Scorpio, but my North Node is in Aries, and my South Node is Libra, and I have a lot of Libra in my chart. That's why I probably may come across more Libra than Scorpio. My rising sign is Libra, and I have like a stellium in Libra in the 12th house. But But my north node is Aries, the opposite of all the things that are in my chart. And so I have to kind of go against the grain a lot, and to actually, follow my path. My true path is has a lot to do with stepping out of my comfort zone. No, you can't play with that. It's Kiki's over here trying to be bad. No. You're the one? Are you the one that knocked him down in the windowsill? No. No. These my love doves. You can't have them. Kiki, can you please get down? This is Kiki, everyone. Hi, Kiki. She's my first baby black cat. She's the one that took care of Pumpkin for me and knocked her around. Are you gonna jump over here? You don't have to jump on top of my cards. You can walk around them. Do you want to go over there? No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Okay. So yeah, back to the North Node. Just go against. Sometimes test that out, but depends on what your North Node is. If your North Node is Taurus, then just do what's comfortable, But if your North Node is Scorpio, then definitely try something different. And that could be like a fun project, a fun little test. Wear something low cut, or I don't know. I mean, Scorpios they're not always like that. A little bit seductive sometimes, though. Okay, Cheryl. Who's next, Kiki? Nope. You're welcome so much. And speaking of something different, instead of Pumpkin visiting your reading, Kiki visited your reading. She's got good energy too. She's cute, funny, mischievous, very intelligent, very sassy. Like, to me, she makes me think of in the movie Encanto. Did you watch it? Kiki reminds me of Isabella, because Kiki she was born perfect. When she was a baby, she had blue eyes, and her fur's always been super silky and soft, and her body, like her shape and everything, is perfect. She doesn't have any flaws. And she's just very confident in herself. She talks to herself in the mirror a lot. And Pumpkin's a little more like Mirabelle. She's kind of like a Kiki wannabe. Tried to be like Kiki and just didn't measure up. But now I have to think. I feel like Pumpkin's really gotten beautiful. She's really fluffed out, and her eyes are so big and soulful, and she's got the cutest little nose and mouth. She's gotten really beautiful. As far as beautiful cats are concerned. You're welcome, Cheryl. I don't even have coffee tonight, and I am just la 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 talking away. All right, Avacious, I'm excited. Oh, you're hooked on Bridgerton now. Good. That's so good. I feel like it's a positive thing. Like, if you guys want love in your life, watch romantic things, like, because it's like it enters your eyeballs and it goes into your brain and your psyche, and it like sort of sits there, and it's part of your consciousness. And especially if you watch something romantic before you fall asleep, That's very helpful. It can help you travel to past lives, or also uh, help you decode current situations or see into the future, maybe. All right, is Evacious out there? Evacious. That's fine. Thank you for being here. I like being interactive with people, so thank you for being here. So, what is your question? I was wondering about my future and my job. I'm making a pretty big decision regarding possible work and if I'll be successful. Okay, let's start off with the Lenormands for you. Big decisions. All right. Whew. Wow, that's a very good sign. So you're concerned about success. The anchor represents stability. So a choice that you make will lead to a sense of stability, and it's actually safe. It's safe to make this choice that you've been thinking about. It definitely feels secure. That's funny. I was just thinking, this deck has a bridge in it, and it would be funny if a bridge came out for Cheryl, who's watching Bridgerton. But yes. So this is also about you having a peace of mind, and also keep persevering, keep going. You're going to reach your goal. You will reach your goal. But let's see what other cards come out, and let's just be doubly sure about it. Ooh, okay, the Tower. This is good too. The Tower represents, um, generally, like, it represents bureaucracy. It's kind of like, it makes me think, I don't know why, but like the DMV, or a big building where you go and have important paperwork filed or whatever. But in a career reading, I often see it as moving on up, a possible kind of promotion or a leveling up of some sort. Um, it could also just represent like a room with a view, like a place where you're going to be able to see out a grand window to a beautiful landscape or something. Um, So yeah, there's there's something that's happening that is tied up in red tape, but it is processing. It is processing. And sometimes these things don't process too easily during Mercury retrograde, but once it goes direct, I feel like smooth sailing. Wow, this is also so good. So the storks representing, um, of course, it can represent babies and things, but in most cases, it just simply represents a leveling up of some sort or an addition. So adding something to your family or a promotion or moving somewhere or a change, a positive change. So far, so good. Like this, whatever this is, it is a positive change in the right direction and it's going to bring some stability. Now we just need to see if it's going to make you money. Ooh, you also got the ring. And the ring and the anchor are perfect together because it feels like a commitment, like long term, like growth within this place, or long term, or um, a sure thing, or very stable, committed, safe, um, good thinking. Also, the ring represents cycles, and it could be that a new phase is coming into your life, and maybe after retrograde again. I'm talking about retrograde, but it feels like that. I feel like we're at the with the downslide of retrograde, and the new and the possible is coming back once it goes direct. Let me do a couple more. Oh, the doggy. So the dog represents loyalty, devotion. It represents, it can be soulmates. It could be your own, it could be a pet it could be also, but it means, maybe somebody's also like, wherever you level up at, wherever you're moving up because you're a person that is people who can depend on, and they see you as loyal. So I feel like this could be like the way people see you instead of somebody that's coming into your life, but it's possible this is somebody coming into your life. This could be a soulmate, or somebody who is very a good friend, even just a very good friend. Somebody you can trust, somebody who's supportive, like even a counselor could be. And so really good combination of things. Everything surrounding this. The dog card scared me a little in a good way. Really? Tell me more about that, Maces. All right, and then you have the clock. So definitely, like, divine timing is at work here. Everything is coming around. Just don't worry. It may not be on your clock in the way you want it to turn out, but it is going to turn out in the best possible way for you, and everything is looking good. It's looking good. I feel like you just maybe need a little patience. It's kind of, I know there will be times where you feel a little frustrated, but it's coming around. And this is specific to this deck, so let me see what it says a little bit. In the traditional Kipper, we don't have the clock, but I like it. You're not a patient person. So I asked the universe to give me a sign if a certain guy I associate with puppies will enter my life. Oh, I felt that. I felt like a person coming through with a dog. Like, I felt like that was separate from career stuff. So very good. Very good. So time. My appearance brings time to the forefront of importance. It may be approaching or passing, so be attentive. Use me wisely to provide perspective. Look around me to better understand my involvement. Certain cards may slow me down, but sometimes a quick action will get you the crown. Since it's next to the dog, I feel like it's connected to your soulmate, to this person. Time, a divine time, something between the two of you is kind of faded, feels faded. The clocks in the gilded reverie are symbolic of metering out of time, and the clock is ticking, and life is intransitory in nature, and we should savor each moment and live like life to the fullest. This is a reminder of our immortality. The hands of the clock will only go forward into time, and we must go on regardless. It is a card of time management, and the owl reminds us to use time wisely. The context of time in a reading can be suggested usually um, other using a mix of methods here. Um, yeah, so with this very special move that's happening in your life, there's going to be a stability. Could even be proposed to or get married if the ring has anything to do with the soulmates. But as far as the job is concerned, it looks like a good, whatever your choice is, it looks like a good choice. Let me get some more specifics. Let's see what the Kipper has to say. I'm kind of doing backward. Usually I let the Kipper and the Lenormand clarify the tarot, but I feel like starting with him. Yeah. Did they want to flip? Mature woman? Okay. Pretty good. Oh, the main male. So that clarifies the dog for sure. Somebody that you're thinking of. Soulmate. Ooh, what is this? Thief. Something with time is, it's kind of, I feel like the thief has to do with the time. And like, if you maybe wishing that you had more time, or wishing some like time was taken away, or um being patient and waiting. It's like a thief in the night. I don't know, but that the energy of waiting is the thing that is kind of like the nemesis here. Let's see what else. And the mature woman came out twice. We're not going to count poverty. So yeah, looks like a good couple here. Mature woman and the main male. And the thief is, I don't feel like the thief is all that important. I just feel like it's has something to do with time frustrations. Okay, so let's see. But do keep it in mind. You may come across somebody. Just be aware. And the next week, 1 week left of Mercury retrograde, just don't do any weird frivolous spending or pushing any buttons on your computer for anything just out of impulsively. Don't do anything impulsively with money. Okay. Thief almost feels like it might come out of nowhere and steal my hearts. Yes, and that too. I was getting that too. Thief of your hearts. Yes. Yes, I do feel that too. Okay. All right. So this is turning sort of do you want me to look into more of the love with my enchanted romance, or would you like more of the the money with the flesh tarot? Okay, enchanted romance. Let's do it. I feel like the cards want to tell a different story. What do you feel like they're saying? The cards almost feel like, yes, yes, your job is going to be great. Anyways, so here's your love life. Yeah, I totally agree with you on that matter. Okay, so yes, yes, job is going to be great. Job is going to be great. But this also has like positive changes in your life in general vibes. Okay. And this is man in your life vibes. And this timing situation. Plus, he could be stealing your heart. So what is he stealing? Let's find out what he's stealing. Let's find out what he's stealing. Yeah, let's find out what he's stealing. Okay. Oh. Four of Swords. This is... he's dreaming of you or you're dreaming of him. That's why I said like a thief in the night. He's dreaming of you or you dreaming of him. And you know what's funny? The number 24 is a love number. It's funny that it's used for the thief card. Okay, so the Four of Swords is kind of good. It's like you're visualizing something. Something is coming to you in a spiritual way to direct you in your love life. And I feel like Spirit is saying, you're correct, Evacious. This is a more important concern that we want to show you some information about. So I don't know, some direction towards. Yeah, and the Fool came out twice. I put her back and then she came out again. So, and you too are getting the Fool. It's like the Fool representing a beginning of a journey. And in this deck in particular, it's the beginning of the Twin Flame journey. But it is a new phase, a new cycle happening here. And it could possibly even be travel. Also, the storks also can represent travel. Ooh, Nine of Pentacles. This is really good. This is the Sitting Pretty card. Okay, now this deck is trying to... My romantic deck wants to tell you about your finances. But the Sitting Pretty card represents life of luxury. You're going to be doing really well for yourself. And also, it feels like a bit of a glow up coming through. So nobody's actually stealing money from you, doesn't appear. It could be, yeah, could be very well your heart, but let's find out. Very nice. Money, money, money. Doing great. A new phase in your financial sector. And physical. Oh, there you go. There's lovers. So both, money and love are gonna really be on the upswing. Partnerships. You right? You may very well be the one that steals his. And you may both surprise each other. just out of the blue, things start to really change and manifest for you. So, and then we have the Emperor at the bottom, your divine masculine. So, what is next in your love life? Let's see. Okay, so travel is a holiday, getting away, going to visit somebody, somebody visiting you, but it feels like kind of like a change of scenery, and that feels like this too, change of scenery. So change of scenery is in the offing, possibly for both finances and romance. So you could be moving to where this man lives for this job, or you could be moving for this job and it happens to be closer to where the man lives, or the man has something to do with the city, or like they could be in a combination, and they're both fortuitous, fortunate for you. The job is going to be good money, and sometimes locations take on a whole different vibe. Something, this is for the collective, but you specifically, and then the collective. If anybody is curious about where a certain location, how it will be for them, like, will it be lucky, like a certain location in the United States, let's say, for example, and let's say you currently live in California, but you want to move to Texas, and you want to know if that move is going to be good for money or love or whatever. There's this thing called astrocartography, and people, well, actually, nowadays you can look up astrocartography on websites, and um, and you can get a chart made. In the olden days, I had to send it in, and they sent me this big paper that showed me the whole United States, the whole world actually, and all these lines that go through different places, and what areas were the most well, energy in each area. So like if Jupiter line went through a certain place, that would be a place where I'd be very lucky. Or if a Venus line went through a certain place, that'd be the most likely place to find love. It happens that Moon is the closest line to where I am right now, to Houston. And so the moon represents family, like family life is very important. So, so yeah, that'd be something you might be interested in, and you can, you can try that out if there is some kind of move that's happening for you, or some, a location change or something like that. I think my AC is broken. I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's working anymore. The energy saver is on. I don't know. It's saving energy, but I'm feeling very hot. Feeling hot, hot, hot. Thank you, Divine Goddess. Have a good night, Terry. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by and being so generous and participating. Sure, Amira. Sure can. I feel like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go get my fan. Oh no, I think the fan is on Sam. It's probably hotter in his living room. Oh. Well, let me check this. Let me check it. It's cold. It's just. I put it back on not energy saving. Well, I'm just the regular savings. Okay. Moonology, let's do it. Okay, here we go, Mira. Woo! Look at that. Beautiful full moon in Virgo saying, you are good enough. You are beautiful, like a beautiful maiden. But look at that. And the Virgo and Pisces, which are opposites. New moon in Pisces says, meditate and contemplate. So if I'm feeling like I'm feeling a mixture of the physical, not necessarily versus, but the physical balanced with the spiritual. And this, when we go in life, a lot of people will just take us at face value or just our appearances, and then they make a judgment, and that's it, right? Um, but we all know that there's way more to who we are than just face value, than just what you see on the surface. If you go deeper, you'll find a really incredible person. But I feel like when you're really true, when you're really authentic person, and you are very, you lead with your heart, and you're compassionate and kind, your beauty really glows on the outside. Oh, you're welcome, Vivacious. And so I feel like that's kind of what's happening here. Your inner beauty is shining on the outside. But so it's good to be humble, and it's good to be, down to earth and grounded or whatever, but being too self-effacing. This was an interesting question for me. Like, I was on this astrology page on Facebook, and I was asked. I just asked a question, I guess, like, with my son in the second house, and Neptune's there too. Like, what does that mean? And they're saying, like, you may be very self-effacing, and and most people think self-effacing is not a bad thing to be, and I don't think it is like bad or good. It's neither really. But self-effacing in some ways can be seen as manipulative in a way, or protective or defensive, or something that we do where we are where we're trying to like dim our light, dim to fit in, instead of like, I don't care what you say about me, I'm going to say this, right? Or I don't I'm going to lean into to being this person that, or doing this job, or whatever it is I love. I'm going to dye my hair pink, and I'm not going to like change just because you don't like it. To be honest, like doing this channel, I was really a little nervous about my family and how they would react. Even though I know that they're like super understanding, and it was my son who encouraged me, everybody was thought it's great. They were all very proud and happy that I was doing it, and even people who didn't quite understand the whole tarot thing, they were still seemed supportive or whatever. But but yet I still like don't publicly talk about it too much on my Facebook page for some reason. I do Instagram, and they are related, Instagram and Facebook, but and I have a Facebook page that shows my channel, but for some reason I still feel kind of private about this situation, although I have a public out there. It's like I only want some people to know who I am, which seems a little strange sometimes when I think about it. Like, shouldn't I just like let it all loose and just show everybody who I am, and not like pick and choose who gets to know me and who does, who am I doing that the right way? So I'm not sure if this resonates with you particularly, Amira, but Spirit is just kind of saying that you have every right to be everything you are, and with no apologies, and you don't have to dim, you don't have to withdraw. Um, so So yeah, but also see the two things too. Like, as far as Virgo is concerned, you could be like just too helpful and too overly friendly, or sometimes too picky. So try to balance those kinds of energies, um, and and your next step will be very obvious to you. And this card is saying that no matter what, um, the good things are coming to you, especially if you're true to yourself. But this is kind of it's kind of those, it's Virgo, so it's talking about, clearing away clutter, and also, also eating right and exercise and all those Virgo things that we're supposed to do. And your daily grind, your daily routine, it's like being Snow White and whistle while you work, and like just enjoy the daily things, be yourself too. Yes. And then on the opposite extreme is the moon is Pisces. So new moon in Pisces is talking about um, meditation. It's about dreams and romance and soulmates and poetry. It suggests that a new start is coming your way that's connected, um, no matter to a matter that leaves you feeling somewhere between having your head in the clouds and being in a totally altered state. There could be a mix of things that feels like a dream come true could be happening soon. But you always have to keep your feet on the ground as well. So, if you're onto a good thing, then wish hard, because the words of your soul and your heart could help bring about the manifestation of your dreams. And if all that sounds a little wet and watery, then that's Pisces for you. This is the last sign of the zodiac, and the new moon in Pisces can suggest that especially like this blue moon, may be a good chance to make your dreams come true. And Pisces is the sign of reveries and mysteries, or depth of emotion, and romantics, and idealism, and the unconscious, and things that are deep. And Pisces is trying to tell you to listen to your feelings and allow your emotions to be expressed. So whatever you're feeling, it's the truth. And I mean, the truth about yourself is that nobody's perfect, and that there's definitely wonderful qualities or things about you, things that you do, things the way you look. But there's also, you know, other truths. But really, I feel like with Virgo here, it may mean that you're too hard on yourself. And with Pisces here, it's saying you need to balance that being too hard on yourself with seeing the possibilities, being true to yourself, and yeah, it's and knowing that you're worthy of your dreams coming true. So let's see what else. Ooh, that was fast. So you have the Four of Pentacles. This is like looking into something. Like, you know, it's opening the Pandora's box, and maybe you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't open that. You never know what's going to come out. But it also kind of, when this card comes out, it makes me think somebody's looking at you on social media. Like somebody's peeking at you, and you don't know that they're peeking at you. Ooh, this guy's peeking at you. This King of Wands. He feels very passionate about you. Whoa! It flew to the shelf. Okay. And also, this King of Pentacles is peeking at you. So you've got some admirers. And Seven of Pentacles, representing just the way you do your daily thing, the way you are, the way you comport yourself. And people see you, and I hope you see yourself as productive, and you're making money, but you're also like, you're taking stock. And the Seven of Pentacles is also about kind of timing too, as well. It's kind of like it's time to pluck the fruit and eat it, because it's going to be juicy. You don't have to wait anymore. It's like it's about to happen. Something is about to happen, or you're going to have a chance to decide for yourself if it's time or not. You'll be able to look at that fruit and say, does it need maybe a week more, and then it'll be perfectly ripe, or is it good already, you know? So it'll be a chance that you can decide for yourself. Is it ready yet? And you don't have to wait for universe to tell you, because I feel like you're going to be able to test something and see if it's ready. Let's see what else. Let's do this deck. I feel a bit of timing energy, so I'm going to use the fairy forecast. There's something in the air. And also you had Yule come out. So by the end of the year, I think there's going to be a special change. This could be also something having to do with Christmas time this year. But right now, the air, so definitely when autumn to winter, when you feel this change in the air, you're gonna know what it's about. The change in the air. The air is what the timing is. The timing may have to do with a feeling in the air, or perhaps it may portend flying in the air like a trip, an airplane trip. It could also imply that you'll be dealing with an air sign person, or you have a strong element of air in your chart. And also, the Yule represents the time when it's kind of an interesting celebration of sun because the winter season doesn't have a lot of light. The fairies can bring like little balls of light to add like this light in your life. That's why, we decorate and Christmas tree and outdoors and all of this with lights, because Yule is about that light that comes into your life. So you might see like this golden energy around the corner of your eye, and that's the fairies spreading sunlight power to you. Alrighty, very nice. You're welcome, Amira. Le Corson is coming up. Cherry, I have 637 subs now. That's awesome. Hi, Le Corson. Hi, happy anniversary. The last time I bought a reading was on 510, but unfortunately technology did not want to tech, so we were not able to do that Friday Night Live. Oh, I'm so sorry. So next time that happens, definitely email me and I'll do you a little private reading. But thank you for did you ever get that reading? Like, did the stream ever get reposted, or did I ever help you? Like, cause I sent out a message. If you didn't get that a reading and you paid for it, you can always email me. I'm so sorry. Yes, Divine Goddess, that would be awesome. Hey, Kiki. So, what is your question? I've been so busy, so I haven't been able to get on. Oh, well, I'm glad you're here tonight. And thank you for being here for my channel anniversary. 6 years. Woohoo! So, as usual, a classic will they or won't they with love. And I'm a bit curious about career and spirituality. So, as usual, I will start with the deck and see about love, but you never know because sometimes business comes out of these love decks as well. But I'll start with the Enchanted Romance. Let's see. Will they or won't they? Will they or won't they? Okay. Oh, right away. Ooh, nice. Whatever happens, let me tell you right now, Lake Corson, the sun, when the sun comes out, your whole reading is positive. No matter what card comes out, happiness, joy, abundance, clarity, good fortune, etc. will happen to you. So keep that in mind. As other cards come out, know that they don't have any power over this sun. It's also about optimism and confidence, enlightenment, like your own personal glow. The truth is coming out, clarity, and it also can represent union too, and marriage sometimes as well. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. This, like, there's a card in the an energy oracle that's called, I think it's the cornucopia card, which is, it's like good luck in every area of your life. And I kind of feel like the sun is saying that too. Like happiness in all areas. Could also be representing the actual sun and it's hot. Feeling hot, hot, hot. Ace of Swords. So I think the the where we're leaning to is clarity, because the sun is about clarity, finding something out, and the Ace of Swords brings clarity. It could be like an aha moment, and then suddenly everything is like, ah, stars above, like if you figure something out and it's a really happy knowledge. What could that mean? Okay. Five of Pentacles. And so, in those moments where you feel a little down, or it looks like the glass is half empty instead of half full, Spirit is saying, take an optimistic look at it. Don't go into the negative. Don't assume things that aren't there. Because the Ten of Cups, you can have your bliss. You can have your bliss. So back to what you were asking about. Will they or won't they? And this feels like, yes, they will. I feel like their desire is your desire. It's like that saying goes, what you seek seeks you. What you seek seeks you. So what you seek is seeking you. So keep seeking. And I mean, you don't want to stay in the seek phase forever, because then you're not manifesting, right? If you stay in seek mode, then you're always looking. But just know that what you're looking for is looking for you, and then and know that you will find each other. Good night, Amira. Thank you so much. Very nice. 7 of Wands. So this feels like you're going to play a support role in somebody's life, and they're going to be so appreciative because like they have to go and defend the castle. They have to go do the work. They have to defend and protect and serve and defend. And all they really are asking for is you just to be there and and just have their back, be the loving support in their life. It feels like that. So I feel like he's asking something in return. It's not quid pro quo, but it is like a wish. Like, if you can give me this, then this will be the ideal for me, kind of thing. So we have a bit of the 5 of Swords. I just feel like some of it feels like it feels behind the scenes. And I feel that I feel like there's a part of you that wants it to be more out in the open, and he is holding back a little bit, and it's not as out in the open as you would like. But it doesn't mean like it's less than doesn't mean that he loves, like his feelings are lesser because of it. His feelings are strong. We don't have to judge how a person cares about us by a certain metric, a certain measurement, you see? And I feel like that's what's getting in the way, is being judged by a certain measurement. Because of society, because of the 3D laws, because of all the things that we were programmed and raised is acceptable in a love situation. And we want these things. So I don't know, I'm getting kind of like he's an out of the box thinker, like more Aquarian, like less about doing things the traditional and typical way, but he wants you to stand by him and do things more in a out of the box kind of way. If you're down for that, then he would totally appreciate your support. So let's see what's coming next in your love life. So definitely love came out. There is no real like doesn't seem like anything particular in work is coming out. Just stay positive. The sun is shining on the whole situation. There are times where it may not seem like something good is happening, but it is behind the scenes. It's all working in your favor. Do you want to go out, Kiki? Ooh, a rendezvous. A private getaway for 2 is calling you. But then the material things get in the way. Too much focus on the visible trappings. I don't know if that's you or him, but letting the material world get in the way. The 3D world. But then there's this 3D desire, lovemaking, getting away, and being together in a physical sense. What else? All right. So from here on out, just have to follow the signs. Universe is going to be sending you clues and signs along the way that will help explain more to you what's going on. but they want you to know, stay positive through all of it. And it's not going to be like a bunch of bad things. It's just there's sometimes we tend to get the wrong impression about things. And we jump to conclusions. So Spirit doesn't want you to jump to conclusions. Spirit wants you to take the signs and use your intuition and stay positive and then make, the best interpretation. And your moon card is take time to breathe out. So yeah, don't get so wrapped up in the situation that you don't take a little time to just relax and breathe. It's the disseminating moon. The intensity of the full moon has abated. So that intensity is happening right now, and it's going to die down, and then Mercury is going to go direct, and things will feel different. So especially don't judge things this last week. But when the moon, full moon has abated, then you have to decide what the energy is that you need to work with. And it's time to regroup and make a new focus. And be just accepting of every day is going to be different. But today, accept the way today looks and appears as is, without making too many assumptions about it. And tomorrow's going to be even better, and it's just going to get better and better. So as your days go, just kind of keep accepting the way it is and keep knowing that it's getting better. The disseminating moon is the first moon phase after the explosion of energy that comes with the full moon, especially the blue moon. And no matter when you pick this card, it suggests that you're at a more tranquil point in your life cycle of whatever situation you're asking about. So a feeling of tranquility is going to come over you, feeling like this is heading in the right direction. And it's time to breathe out, give yourself some time off, and think about what has passed and then what's coming next. Okay? You're welcome, Le Croissant. I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense. Let's see. Okay. If Ling is here, we can do a little freebie for you. A quickie freebie. If not, then we'll go on to Divine Goddess. Hey, Ling! Thank you. May I know what are ST's action towards me now until the end of this month? Okay. All right, let's see. What are ST's actions? ST's actions. Ooh. So the Seven of Wands and Ten of Cups. It could be some kissing going on. The Seven of Wands has a if it has vibes of like he's going to work and you're staying home and you're gonna wait for him and you're gonna you're gonna like send him off with a lunch or something like that. Also, those could be like some fantasies maybe he has, but the Four of Pentacles also shows him watching you, peeking at you. So it's kind of like this. So, so if you guys were like living together, or he's just sort of imagining what it would be like living together with you, and you going off to work and you staying behind, but then he sees himself like checking your social media or whatever, making sure you're not flirting with other boys or whatever. But I just feel like generally speaking, he even if he's not acting toward it yet, he has these kind of feelings like he would like to cohabitate with you, I think. I hope he fantasies these. We are still in no contact. Oh. Yeah, that one is 1111, and your badge is one of my first drawings. Well, it's not first drawing, but it's like a first channel drawing that I did. And so let me see what's next in your love life. Okay, and then we'll get a message from him too. Let's see. Okay, open your heart. Love is the highest energy of all. Let it in. So signs are coming through. Let in that heart energy. Let in that energy into your heart. Don't imagine anything blocking you. Like see the energy coming through, coming into your heart. See him feeling these things. Imagine him asking you these things. Okay. Divine Insights 111. And he's also feeling secure with you. So he says, I got you, baby. You're safe and sound, and I trust you completely. So that is definitely where you are headed. And Ling is saying, I cannot see you, DG. I cannot see you too, DG. Can you check? Did you accidentally block or something? As on my account, there is no blocking anyone at all. Okay, and that's it for your reading, Ling. And you guys need to take your conversation somewhere else, I guess. You're welcome, honey. That's okay. Freestyle. Okay. I'm planning a travel next month, first week after my test on 3rd of September. Some divine detours. Well, I'll stretch. Okay. Okay, that was a good stretch. So, let's do something different. Let's start with charms, and I brought them just for you. All right. Ooh, we got a candlestick, which represents date nights. You have, oh, these are beautiful words. Imagine music. Imagine precious music. Like a beautiful song. Let a... interesting. And here we have, this is So You. This is Elsa. Elsa is like married to Spirit. And so it's almost like she doesn't have time for a man in her life because Spirit is so important to her. But you never know what's going to happen with Elsa. We have the Fleur de Lis, which is something French. We have Sven, who is stubborn energy. Something about you being fixed or stubborn, it could be very helpful in a situation. You have the heart, love coming through. You have the thimble, which is protection. Pizza, some fun food before you go off on your trip. There's the harps, more music coming through. Ooh, the Grim Reaper. Ooh, and the treble clef represents heart. And you have 2 fleur de lis. That's very interesting. I wonder why. And your dreams. So, fleur de lis, let's see. The fleur de lis is a French symbol. Oh, you ate pizza. So fleur de lis represents a flower, which is the iris, and there's a lot behind that flower, a lot of symbology behind that flower and the color and the shape of it, so that all of the information of the iris could be important to you and what it symbolizes. And you have the Perfect Attendance Award coming through here. And the letter H. And the rainbow, which balances 2 energies. The Reaper, I feel like, just represents something has passed, something old has passed away, and something new is about to come into your life. So let's see. Let's use the Flesh Tarot. Ooh, you've got the 5 of Cups. She's kind of she's beautiful, but she's sort of maybe a little bit lonely, maybe a little bit down, and she needs a pick-me-up energy. And the 6 of Swords is great because this represents your travels. and your journey. And you will, I feel like that is the total cure to anything that you're feeling right now. But there seems to be some kind of struggle. I don't know if this is internal struggle or somebody fighting for you. There's some kind of fight that you're going to encounter. Oh, okay. Maybe this has something to do with the current moon, the full moon. The full moon, you know how it brings out like sometimes it brings out certain energies. Huh. I wonder who's fighting. Let's see, who's fighting? But I feel like there's a bit of unknown in your journey, in your travels. We have the Magician. So the Magician is good. The Magician manifests whatever he wishes. So it's important to, even though you may feel down or whatever, and you're looking to the traveling to be the cure to the feelings that you have, there's more than just the feelings that need to be, more than just the travel that needs to fix the feelings. You know what I mean? It's like it's got to come internally. The change can, an outside change can be so helpful, but an inside change need to happen too. So I know how that feels. Like if there's certain things in my life that I can't control, I'll like turn to like working out at the gym or something like that. That's something that I can physically control. But at the same time, it's good for you, it's good energy, it's good bringing something positive into your life and doing something good for yourself physically. But if you're not going to address the spiritual or the emotional thing that's happening and you're just going to do physical fitness, then you're not really addressing the whole story, right? So, so, um, so this is kind of saying traveling is excellent. It's always the cure for you. It's always a good thing for you. But there's parts of you that need to be like that you need to heal and not just use the travel to make it go away. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there could be some people entering your life. A Knight of Wands, perhaps. And maybe this is you, or a Queen of Pentacles is coming through. These could be people that are coming through to offer you a job. So the fight might not even be a bad fight. It could be people who are fighting over you, as far as to give you, to ask you to work for them or whatever, Could be something like that. So you could be getting many offers when you come back from your travels as well. And speaking of the moon, let's get a Moonology card. Yeah, sometimes, a fight or an argument can be very quick way of getting to the heart and the truth of a matter. Like everything lays out and you're like, okay, now I see what's behind all of this, because when people act all passive aggressive and they don't speak their true feelings and they dance around and you walk on eggshells and you don't really say anything, it's hard to know how to handle that. But when there's a good juicy fight, argument, or whatever that just lays it all out, then you know what to do from there, you know? I was surprised how quickly I think I moved on, like as if I'm almost forgetting about my old job in terms of what happened. Oh, I just find it so difficult, passive aggressive. Okay. That's so funny. Look what you got in the moonology. So meditate and contemplate. That's also the safe place for you to go. And that is what Spirit is asking you. It's good. It's good to, it, you know, I mean, there's no right or wrong way to mourn or grieve or whatever. And if sometimes people move into the acceptance phase very quickly, and if you do, you do. Like, good for you, you know? Um, and I feel like sometimes I feel like spiritual people made me more like that, you know, are able to let go of disappointment and move on to better things because what happened was the past. If you dwell even in the day before too long, it's like there's nothing you can change about it, right? You can't change what happened. You know, you can appeal, there's certain actions you can take, you know, launch it from the current situation, but you can't change the past current situation. You can't change how it happened. You can't go back in time, but you can do something today to make yourself have a better day, you know. um that's why I have become emotionally strong, and these things don't really affect me to that level anymore. Yes, I'm now just waiting once they pay me at my last check, and I collect my important documents from them, and I'm not looking back. Good. All right. So, meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. This card speaks of dreams and romance, of soulmates and poetry. It suggests there's a new start coming your way that's connected to a matter that leaves you feeling somewhere between having your head in the clouds and being in a totally altered state. There could be confusion and disappointment if that's what you've had before and that's what you're expecting. However, if you're onto a good thing, then wish hard, because the words of your soul and your heart could help bring out the manifestation of your dreams. If all that sounds a little wet and watery, then that's Pisces for you. This is the last sign of the zodiac, and the new moon in Pisces card can suggest a last ditch chance to make your dreams come true. So use your feelings to guide your way. It's coming up next for you. There may be a choice between using logic and using your feelings, and Spirit is suggesting to use your feelings. Facing your fears. They may be holding you back. The situation is being healed like very quickly. It's like you're a quick healer. You know, like when somebody gets a cut and it just goes away in a day or two, that's what you are. Yes, hopefully good job comes up. This fighting could be my dad and mom for me, or over me. They go in different directions usually. Maybe so. It's time to surrender to the divine. And you are divine goddess, so you know all about surrendering to your own divineness. You can chant the Om Namo Narayani. And so a suggestion is, there's, you know, people meditate in all kinds of ways, right? And maybe Spirit is saying now is the time to do voice chants. That would be a healthy, happy thing for you right now. Um, don't don't be trapped into deceiving or being deceptive. So In other words, just lay everything out in the open when you need to. And that's ultimately the best way to go. Like if you, especially with that job that you had, it just seemed like a lot of behind backstabbing or talking behind things, instead of talking out in the open. So I think you did right. And so the teaching of this card is saying that Pisces is a sign of reveries and mysteries or depths of emotion, idealism, and hopeless romantics. It is a sign of water and of the unconscious. Its energy is deep like watery depths. The new moon in Pisces indicates a time to listen to your feelings and to allow your emotions free reign. Whatever you're feeling as you pull this card is more likely than the truth, unless you've been kidding yourself somehow, and only you know if that's true or not. So, tap into your feelings. Your feelings will guide you in the right direction. Yeah, but you don't care. I mean, you're not concerned about any retribution on them. You got to let that go. But we already discussed that in the last reading. They're going to get theirs, right? They'll get their justice. There's nothing that you really have to do about it anymore except live a good life. And that is that'll be your personal revenge, is doing better than what they do. Yeah. So, very nice. Very good. I'm not sure exactly how to work with the fighting, but I think overall Spirit's saying things coming out in the open is the way you handle it anyway. Like, it's not a big deal if people fight anyway, because you have that to you appreciate that more than people being evasive and not coming clean, and not saying exactly what they're feeling. And also Spirit's asking you to always keep in touch with your own feelings. You're welcome. I hope you like that. I hope you have a wonderful trip. I'm so excited for you. I'm feeling kind of sleepy now. You're welcome, honey. Oh, I feel good though. I did my yearly, I celebrated. So thank you all for coming out. I love you. All of those of you who are just listening, just to listen in and get messages. Thank you too for stopping by, even if you don't say anything in chat. Yeah, if you need anything, you know where to find me at artladyjas@gmail.com. And if you need a reading, just let me know. Definitely, you guys come out in November. I'll be live in person at the Enchanted Fairy Festival, and I will be posting more information about that in the community page, so check that out. And thank you for my 6-year anniversary celebration. I'll see you guys next time. Good night. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust. Yes, it's a great reading, the Twin Flame reading. It's really fun and very exciting and good energy. And it's pretty too. See y'all at the next reading. Or at the next live, whichever comes first. Alright. Bye-bye. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust. Good night, Divine Goddess. Thanks for your help, as always.